Hell's Paradise Season 1, Episode 10, Ying and Yang. Was this a T-bone, ribeye, porterhouse, call it what you want. But man, this is tied with Demon Slayer this week. Was it good? Yes. Did it have action? Yes. Was it like gritty guard? Yes. Everything that you want in the episode, we got it. Backstory. What's going on? Driving the story forward. Action. A little bit of comedy, a little bit of grace. It was just really good. So basically, in the episode itself, we find out that it has a yin and yang. And what they mean by that, it has an ebb and flow. And call it what you want in whatever room you want. But basically, they're going after Ki, right? It's Ki. As simple as that. Most people are familiar. It's Chinese Ki, it's Japanese Ki, it's Hindu Ki, it's Ki, right? Life force, life energy is what they're basically trying to get across. So our favorite blind samurai, it has no eyes, Shion. He actually it visualizes this Ki. He can see it through his powers of perception, right? And May is trying to convey it to Gambimaru and Gentetsai and Fuchi. She's trying to convey it by saying her mental capacity is very limited because she's a little girl, but she's accelerated growth, right? So and like no one's really there to like teach her. Haku, the tree, the group looking guy, he's not teaching her, he's just watching her, right? So he's not teaching her fundamentals, right? So May is trying to convey to him mind, body, spirit, mind, body, spirit, mind, body, spirit, and like trying to convey to him that what they're basically the way to defeat a Tenzai is through Ki, right? Ki in their body. So Gambimaru kind of figured it out last episode. Remember, like when he was fighting them and his instinct took over and he was just like overwhelming the Tenzai, Zujin. Just overwhelming them like over and over and over and over, and that kind of thing disrupts their Ki, right? And then Kobe, Chobei and his brother Tomo escape the pit, right? Basically, where they make the 10, which is the elixir of life. So they escape it, and then they run into a new character. I didn't catch his name, the new character's name, but the character basically said that he has mental awareness. So he's a step above those other brutes that the Tensei use to like kill people, right? So he has more of an intelligence awareness, right? And then he's able to see that that Ki, sorry. And so he's actually explaining it to them as well. It's Ki, right? So everybody in the whole episode is getting this lecture about Ki, right? Like we get it. Ki is what the Tenzai are, and therefore that's what you need to disrupt their Ki, right? So call it what you want, and that's basically what they were saying in the episode. Call it what you want. Tao, Buddha, call it whatever you want, right? But all it is Ki, right? I'm simplifying it for those who are Japanese lovers and martial arts lovers and stuff like that. It's Ki, it's life force, right? It's your life force is what they're trying to convey. So Nick, take it away, man. How was the action? How was the whole gambit of all of that greatness, man?
I mean, we've noticed that there was characters all over the island, and they did a really good job now of starting to bring them together because we know at the end of the day they're going to have to work together to find the elixir of life to defeat these I forget what they're called, hermits and everything else, and these godlike creatures on the thing. But I like how they started to break down like what the island is, where we're going, and then bringing in new characters of the storyline where they also explain, like you said, the key of what they need to do to hone their skills, even though it was last minute. And a lot of them, though, it's funny because a lot of them are like, oh well, we got plenty of victims here to learn on, so let's go. And they
Mm-hmm.
just all have that same mindset. Like a lot of them are criminals, but I did like I always forget his name, the guy with the sword. um
Shion the blind. blind
No,
swordsman
not the
or
blind one, the other one.
oh
No.
Gentetsu?
Yeah,
It's
Gentetsu. Yeah,
Gon Tetsuai. Gon. Just call him Gon.
gone. Yeah, gone. Yeah, where he was just like, oh, I want to be remembered and forever. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, you're gonna take the elixir. He's like, no, I just want to, my name to go out. So he's just there having fun, just trying to hone his skills and everything. So I enjoy it. Like you said, character development in this anime has been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they give us just a bit, it still tells the whole story and drives it forward every single time. And there's this one with the fighting in itself, even when they start like just when they're like the gore of it, it's not too much, but it gives you just enough to where you're just like, yeah, okay, this is nice.
And then we find out, oh, Chobe has been eating these monsters for substance.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Protein. It's that protein.
Yeah. It's like Chobe was like, what, dude? You can't eat these things. Like, you don't even know what they are. And he's like, I don't care, brother. You're gonna die if you don't eat, man. So yeah, it's a really good one. So we find out that Gabimaru as well is already using a form of 10 or Tao. I think they call it Tao in the show. He's already using a form of Tao. And just FYI, 17 and up, man. I have to throw that because they do have a scene in there which is a little mature adult, man. It was like I was like, oh dang, like man, my good thing I didn't watch this with my kids, because it was a little mature scene in there. So just keep that in mind. But other than that, man, it was a rocking episode. 4.9. We always got it. We can't give anything a 5 point unless it's like, dang, smack us in the face, awesome, right? Yeah. So that being said, 4.9 I think is very appropriate for this episode. Really, really great. I was just like, oh, it's over, no, and I was just so sad. So we got 5 days, and like, what is it? Give me 2 seconds. I'll give it to you. We have 5 days, 12 hours, 21 minutes, and 1 second. So, and that being said, well, that's it for us, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this little bite-sized taste right here of this great ribeye, man. I only give you a little sliver because I want you to go and watch the whole thing and you tell us what you think, all right? So that being said, we are out, man. We'll see you on the next one.
Later.
How
much I'm working for this? I swear my dreams are too important.